I want to share with you an experience I had that changed my life entirely. It was really my awakening, and it was an experience of forgiveness. And I would have to say right from the get-go that I didn't learn how to forgive. In my heart, I wanted to forgive. I couldn't figure out how to forgive. I felt entirely trapped within the machinations of my own mind. And through a miracle, I experienced the grace of God, and His love flowed through me, and in that, everything was forgiven. So that's how we forgive. It's an act of grace. It comes from above. It is the direct experience of the love of the Father for His Son. That's why I forgive. I forgive because the emptiness and the loss and the lack is replaced with love. And in that, everyone and everything is forgiven. So, yes, I found myself in this moment of devastation where I knew the necessity was forgiveness. I had 3 young children that I was raising, and their father left us. And I was devastated, and the children were devastated. And the children especially were torn apart, and that was my whole function, to be a good mother and a good parent and provide the best scenario for raising my children. That was going to be my function in life, and it was destroyed. So I guess what I want to share about that is what I've already given you from the very beginning, but it's the idea that I tried to forgive. I studied A Course in Miracles. I practiced the lessons. And I did it day after day after day. I had a lot of time on my hands because I didn't feel like doing anything else. I read for like 2 and 3 and 4 hours a day. And I would get close to forgiveness, and I would start to feel the love, and I would back away because it would scare me, because forgiveness isn't justified. Do you see? It's not justified, and it's morally incorrect. It felt like letting someone off the hook. Something that was not okay, I was trying to make okay. So it's not a reasonable action, is what I want to share. And yet, when I finally, through exhaustion, opened up my mind just a little bit, this spectacular idea came to me to write a love letter to this person. And as I allowed these words to flow through me onto the paper, this direct current entered. The love of the Father was entering into me and flowing onto the page. And I remembered His love, and in that moment, everything became one with me in that experience of love, and the whole world was forgiven. That was a miracle. I don't know why that idea entered my mind. It was an idea to write a love letter from out of nowhere. And that action, I cannot tell you. It changed everything. I started laughing. The exuberance and the joy were contagious. So I laughed for like 3 weeks. And that was the beginning of a whole new life for me. One that had as its source this inner joy. You know, it's funny, but your friends won't support you in the idea of forgiveness. They'll tell you that your grievances are justified. It's like that's the agreement you make in friendship, that you'll sympathize with each other, and you'll support each other in your grievances, and you'll agree that the world has treated you harshly, and you'll think that's compassion. And it's not. To be freed of all of those ideas is the greatest gift that you could give yourself. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for anybody else. It is the beginning of life. My goodness, I was not alive until I experienced forgiveness, until I experienced grace, and they're one and the same in my mind. And that core experience is the governing principle of my life. It really is. I know that my judgments are hurting me, and I know that forgiveness is the solution. And it's my daily practice. It's all I need to remember. My judgments are meaningless. They don't help me. God helps me. The universe, mind, is singular. You really can trust God. That's an extraordinary idea. What if everything was already perfect and all my judgment did was lead me to think otherwise? We don't need judgment to organize our life. We need God. We need faith and belief and joy and happiness. We need the miracle. We need the grace of God. We really need that. And it's experienced as forgiveness because everything disappears in that experience of love. It's how it works. Thank you.